Hello, hello. Right as I'm gonna start filming, I realize, is this palette a collab? I'm gonna have to look that up after I make this review because I honestly don't know. I'll probably put that down below because I realize that this says Tarte and Sugar Rush. Is Sugar Rush another brand? Like, I honestly don't know. I don't remember reading that. I just assumed this was a Tarte palette. But I realize now that this might actually be a collabed palette because it says Sweet Tarte Cravings eyeshadow palette, Tarte and Sugar Rush, and it just says Cravings on here. But then on the back, it says sugarrushbeauty.com, hashtag Sugar Squad. So I don't know who that is. I've never heard of that brand before. But if I'm recalling correctly, this might have been a holiday launch. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I should have brushed that before I started this video, but I'm really just here to review this palette. So take it with a grain of salt. I feel like this might have come out for a holiday launch because I feel like I remember when this came out thinking, why would they come out with this for the holidays? This would have been a really great Valentine's Day palette. And it might have been a Valentine's Day palette. I don't know. I honestly don't remember. But I'll put down below when this actually ended up coming out. At this point, this is not new. I was able to get this on sale. I think this might be about 2 years old now, around there. So I got this year at some point from the Tarte website. It was on sale, and I've been eyeing this for a while. And I kept telling myself I didn't need it because I just really wanted it due to the cutest little pans. Like, the way that it shows you on the outside is literally the shades on the inside. I think that's really smart. A smart way to do the packaging. Like, it shows you exactly what the shades look like and what shape they're in and their little imprints on them. I think that's so pretty, and it was done so nicely. You can see here, it says up to Pure Sweet Tarte Cravings, and on the back, you're going to find the ingredients. All those ingredients are right there on the back. I hate how it doesn't focus as soon as I turn it over. So then whoever wants to pause can pause. As always, you got that Sugar Rush that I was just talking about. But I really like the packaging. It's a 9-pan palette, and then when you open it up, you have this beautifully marbled palette. This is made out of plastic, so it's gonna last. And of course, I just put my fat fingers on the back. This is Sweet Tarte Cravings, Tarte Sugar Rush. And it kind of just looks like chocolate in like white chocolate mixing together. It's really cool. And on the back is a mirrored, we're getting a mirrored moment. And this is like, look at that, super shiny. I'm sure you can probably see my fat fingerprints on it. But it has the names of the shades right there, along with the shapes. So we got champagne, truffle, drizzle, rich, semi-sweet, salted caramel, dipped, raspberry swirl, and ganache. And on the back, it doesn't really have any other information other than, you know, it's made in Taiwan, distributed in New York. But whatever information you're going to need, I guess, is going to come from the box. So when we open this palette up, what we're going to find is there is a mirror in there, and thankfully it is a frosted mirror, so I can show you guys like this. And here is the palette. The inside also has this kind of mirror going on inside of it. But look at these. That is so flippin' pretty. Show you guys up close. They really look like cute little chocolates. Obviously at this point, I have dipped into them. But these are so cute. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. But am I going to keep it? I had to keep using this for a little while longer because my initial reaction when using this for the first 2 looks that I did, I was like, oh, I love this. It's so cute. I really love the romanticness of it. It's very soft. Like on the eyes, it's a very soft and feathered look, which is, I feel like, who Tarte is really pushed towards, that kind of clean girl aesthetic, the kind of girl who only uses like a couple items to get ready for her makeup look. I'm not that girl, but I thought this was just so cute. And then it's the smell. It smells, to me, it smells like sweet cereal. That's what it smells like to me. It's like, I guess it kind of could be chocolate. You could say it's chocolate. I think it's supposed to smell like chocolate, but to me it smells like Cocoa Pebbles, you know, like it's a cocoaed Rice Krispie with that kind of sugared frosted kind of ending on the top, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of smell. It's not super strong. You really have to get up and close with the palette to smell it, but if you open it, you're not really smelling it. I didn't have any issue with the scent on my eyes either. But I think it really pains me because I really love this palette. This is so freaking cute. But I think I'm gonna have to let it go. I think that the matte shades in here aren't particularly that special. As easy and awesome as it was to use the matte shades in here, but also the shimmer shades, which the shimmer shades in here are more like, not actually shimmer, they're more metallics. I feel like every shade in here is a metallic, and I could not pick a single one on a brush. I could not pick them on a brush. I had to use my fingers to apply. If you're a gal who likes to use her fingers to apply her makeup, this is going to be fine for you. This is going to be, the shimmers in here are going to be perfect. But these metallic shades, using it with a finger, not very crazy special matte shades, as much as I love the packaging and the vibe and just like these pans and, you know, the embossing on these little chocolate, the little chocolate eyeshadow is so freaking cute. I have to give this away. I just can't. I would just hoard this. I don't think I would reach for it again. And I can't. This doesn't lay completely down. Like, it lays up, so that's nice when you're doing your makeup. But as I'm trying to show you, like, I can't particularly show you well. But I guess let's, you know, swatch a shade like this, and it feels so flippin' soft. So soft. Let's go here. And then I really loved this kind of purpley shade. Makes it feel very romantic. I almost feel like, see, I pulled this out for the fall, and it could work for the fall, but it could really work for the holidays. But this really feels like an all year type of palette. Not that I'm using it. Oh, I should have done it the other way. I've got some stains on my hand still from the last palette. You can see that. That's a stain. That yellow stained me. But here is this shade right here. And it's just, I guess, a shade to blend out, so you can't really see it. But then we have this beautiful kind of orangey shade, this kind of corally shade that does feel very fall. And then a purple like this. These purples are very popular during fall as well. But I feel like I also see this shade during Christmas. And it's just like, as you can see, it's a little bit on my hand. It's not very intense. These shades are not very intense. Like I said, it's very romantic. You can see it there on my fingers. So if you like this kind of like feathering kind of shade, like you can see here, like I keep up applying and I've already blended it out. And it's not as intense as you may think. You have to keep adding and adding if you really want intensity, but this is more kind of a romantic feel, I feel like, at least for the mattes. Again, so sorry, that's staining from the last palette I just used. But, oh wow, okay, what shade? I think I really loved this one over here, and these shades are probably going to look really nice swatched with a finger, because they worked really well with a finger. Let's do this light one just so you can see it. And then we'll do a shade over here. This one's a little bit red. And then we'll do like this shade over here. I like this one. And just very, I mean, now that I'm like swatching it, it does feel very holiday, so I guess I could understand. But like a swatch like this on my hand with a finger is going to look beautiful. With a brush, this will not even pick up. This will not pick up with a brush. I don't know why. It's more of a, almost like a clay vibe. Like it's very thick. Let's go back over here, that down. Then we have this one. I didn't grab too much of, I should grab more. Using my pinky. See, ta-da! So okay, I can definitely see more of like a classy kind of Christmas if this does come out during the holidays, but I also really see, I do see fall, I do see the Christmas, but I also do see like a really cute Valentine's Day simple look. Ultimately, like I said, I think you could probably use this all year long. I'm gonna have to pass, like, you know, I keep saying it. It just, I don't see myself reaching for this, especially when I have to use my fingers to use these metallic shades. They are a bit sparkly, but this is definitely, I think, on a softer, a bit more toned down, and I think I would just end up hoarding this. I would really like to pass this on to someone who's looking for, you know, someone in my life who's looking for an everyday palette, because I think this would probably make a really good kind of everyday office kind of look palette, especially towards, you know, this end of the year when it's fall and winter. This definitely feels like a fall and winter palette. I wouldn't really see this palette too much being used in spring and summer, but you definitely could. Like I said, I think it's an everyday. But, I don't know. I think it's up to you, of course, as always, whether or not you want to pick this up. This definitely feels very gimmicky. I can definitely understand this being just kind of like a cash grab. It's a very pretty cash grab, though. And I think it's up to your styling, how you use it. I think I've said enough in terms of why I think I'm going to pass it along. I'm not the happiest about it, but I really do feel like someone else should enjoy this. put some comments down below. When do you think this is a good palette to be worn? I think it's great for fall and winter. How do you feel about the scented? Like, how do we feel about Tarte? Because I also heard that Tarte is the #1 makeup brand on TikTok, which I was very surprised about. But I think it kind of makes sense if we're still doing this kind of clean girl aesthetic, like don't really need a lot of products. This is probably a really good product for that because you only get, it's just 9 shades and it's very everyday shades. But other than that, I hope y'all have a great day. What an interesting product.